Hey, fellow Schneider drivers, Friendly Bill coming at you. Tornado hit my location last night, so I was sound asleep. The wind kept getting stronger and stronger, and then all of a sudden it felt like the truck was actually being lifted off of the ground. I do have a very heavy load of 40,000 pounds. I think it's the only thing that saved my life. There are other Schneider trucks and trailers that were not as lucky. I don't know if you can see that one that's knocked over. My location, a ways back, there's about 6 other trailers and trucks that are on their sides. They actually got picked up and flopped over on their sides. I was parked in front of a church. The church the roof was gone, the sides were gone, completely destroyed. I was parked in front of a grain bin. The top of the grain bin, one of these giant grain bins that's like 300 feet tall, the entire top of this thing came off and landed about 75 feet away from me. Okay, it was crazy. I actually started praying. I don't pray that often, but I started praying last night. I mean, I was in the truck. I was in a tornado. I mean, I looked out of the window. I couldn't see anything. I mean, it was swirling, sounded like a freight train swirling. The truck was, oh my God, I thought I was gonna flip over. I was so scared. Yeah, my first time actually in a tornado. I've seen a tornado before from afar. I've been in really bad storms, but I was actually in the tornado last night. Then as the tornado passed, thank God, it was still super windy, but I knew that the tornado had passed because I wasn't being lifted off the ground anymore. Then it started to hail, like the biggest, hardest hail I've ever seen. Like, these things were like this big, and I mean, it was so loud in the truck. I couldn't hear anything. It was like it was so loud. Oh my gosh. So after the tornado passed, about a couple hours, the fire department showed up, and they were looking at all the destruction. They came over to the truck. They said there's power lines around you, and sit tight. They're going to remove the power lines, and then they're going to tell me when to move. So a couple hours later, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, they knock on the door and said, okay, the power lines, we need you to move. So I was on my 10-hour break, so I was trying to not go over 5 miles an hour. However, I got into a position where there were cars and trucks behind me, and so I sped up. I went over 5, so I had to restart my 10-hour break. I went to the lot where the Schneider trucks are parked. I parked. It rained all night, and now I'm stuck in the mud. So I called overnight. I called my DBL. They're sending someone out to give me a tow, but I mean, I'm not really upset about having to be towed. I mean, it's an inconvenience and it's annoying. But after last night, to be honest, I'm really just happy to be alive. And I don't want to make that sound dramatic, but the tornado was right on top of us. And there was another truck parked next to me. He was in I think he was a flatbed. So the wind wasn't affecting his rig so much. But after the tornado went over, I was looking to see if he was okay, and he looked out and he shined his light at me. I shined my phone at him, like, God, we're okay, you know. I tell you what, that's about as much excitement as I want. I've only been scared a few times driving a truck. I've been driving for 4 years, and I've been scared a couple times going down icy mountains. But last night was something else. Anyway, that's my story for the day. I'd walk around and get a bunch of pictures of the destruction, but it's raining right now, and I don't really feel like doing that. But you saw the Schneider trailer, their truck and trailer that flipped over, and there's like I said, there's 5 or 6 other trucks and trailers flipped over, and there is destruction around. My location is Global Harvest Foods in Akron, Colorado. I would think if you looked up Akron, Colorado, I think there's information about the tornado. Anyway, Friendly Bill. Catch you on the flip.